You've entered AquaBrain. I'm your Virgil, Drew. On tonight's show, we talk skateboarding. I met him at Skate Barn West back in '08. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, JasonJeremiahSingler. How the hell are you?
Doing good, man. Doing really good. Doing really good. Yeah, just living life the best way I know how.
Rock and roll. Probably skating a lot.
Yeah. I had a killer session today. We went to the pavilion out in was that Tequila, and
Okay.
that was really really nice. Yeah, I learned a bunch of new tricks, and yeah, had a lot of fun with a few of my buddies, and filmed a bunch. I'm looking forward to going through all the footage. I did one trick where like I haven't done it in about 10 years, and I only did it once, like back at the skate barn, you know.
Oh, sweet.
So yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to going through that. And then I did a whole bunch of tricks on accident while I was trying that trick too. So I learned a bunch of stuff today. It was really satisfying.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I always enjoyed watching you skate. I always liked your posts and stuff.
Thanks, man.
Killing it. Killing it. So is Marginal your favorite spot to go? Is that your go-to spot or?
I'd say so. Yeah, Marginal is sick. I love Marginal. But you know, like that's the closest. But
Okay.
I like all the parks around here. They've been building them nonstop. You know, Beacon Hill Skate Park is pretty cool. That's pretty close by. And then Georgetown also where I live is just like full of these tiny little skate spots. These really dorky, strange like banks to a ledge or a curb. You know,
Yeah.
and it's just really really fun to kind of just fool around on.
Right on, right on. So are you sponsored or do you have are you
Not so much anymore.
just
No, basically, like I kind of stopped thinking about like trying to get or
sure.
trying to get sponsored. Like basically, I was writing for like four companies about like 2 years ago or so, and maybe it's two and a half or so. Anyway, I broke my ankle, and
Oh,
um, and then I was out of the game for like 10, 11 months, and then I started relearning everything. I started filming again, getting photos, and I hit up my old sponsors. I was just like, "Hey, what's up? Like, I'm back. I'm all better." And they just didn't get back to me. So I was just like, "Well,
man.
I'm gonna continue to skate my ass off and continue to like, film and get photos and network and have the time of my life and whatever happens happens. Like I'm not too concerned about it, like in the past I was, yeah, that was one aspect, that I was just like stoked on, like, yeah, I got to
Right.
get sponsored, because that meant a lot to me at that point, because at that point I was competing all over the place, and getting flown out to like LA and like Florida, and then like going over to Europe a couple of times for
Wow.
contests and demos, and it was really 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 fun. But like after I got hurt, and then I came back and relearned everything, and learned a whole bunch more stuff. It's just like it doesn't it's not too much. It doesn't matter too much for me at this point. So
Just the
it's
love
not
of
like,
it.
yeah, it's like that's not the main motivator. It wasn't like the main motivator back then. It had a big deal to do with it. But
Yeah.
I don't know. So I don't know. It's like skateboarding is just fun by itself. So I'm just gonna continue doing what I'm doing and see what happens.
Yeah, keep posting clips, man.
Yeah.
We love them. Hey, so tell me about the Mongo event you put on.
Mongo Bean Bonk.
Yeah.
Mongo Bean Bonk was filthy. It was such a fun time. It's an idea that I had that I've been thinking about for like a decade. Like I wanted to run like a pop-up art show, um, and have live music and have good food, and then hopefully get some skateboarding in there as well. So we were checking out different venues. Once I like was able to, once the right people entered my life, that was something I could actually take on. So we had this venue in mind, about this time last year actually, and then they didn't get back to us. So so then we needed to find a new
Go
venue. We found a
figure,
new
huh?
venue. It was Altogether Skate Park, and that that was like 2 months or so, like right before the event date. So
Oh,
we had to do
jeez.
everything in like 2 months, and it was super tough. But we got 20 artists involved. We had live tattooing, like we had
Man.
live caricatures, we had live painting. We had two bands. There was going to be three, but one of them backed out due to some like medical stuff that he was going through. But it turned out really, really well. We had a skateboard contest, and we ended up raising up a lot of money. Like the whole reason I thought about this thing is like I just want to network with people and have this pop up art show, and I want to like give back to the community. I want to bring the community together and then give back to it. So our main our main our main cause was Mary's Place, which is located in Seattle. They're a nonprofit that help homeless families get off the street, and they have a lot of programs that like job training and stuff like that. Battle
Sure.
homelessness in Seattle because it's an epidemic,
Oh,
and
for sure.
and then we also were able to raise money for Long Acres DIY skate park out in Renton, which I was skating earlier today. They got a brand new quarter pipe that they just built. I'd like to think that we helped out with that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. And yeah, we made a video. There's more videos coming out later today and tomorrow as well. But it was really, really successful. We're already planning the second one and getting
Yeah,
people excited. So
I was gonna ask, is that the same time? Is it gonna be in the fall or?
I think so. I think we're gonna keep it the fall just so it's familiar to people. Like
Yeah, sure.
after 4 or 5 of these, people hopefully that are into the whole idea, will be like, oh, September's coming up. Mongo Bean Bonk is happening. Kind of like Cinco de Marzo is the 5th of May at Marginal Skate Park where they raise money. So people automatically just connect those things in their head, like, oh well, it's May's coming up, so Cinco de Marzo is happening, or and in my case it'd be September. So
Cool. Mean Streets.
yeah, I got a bunch of instruments set up, and whenever we have our friends over, or even by myself, we're always just making music, and they've become like the Mead Street Jams. So that's the
Yeah.
hashtag I've incorporated into the operation.
Well, I saw that. I was wondering if it was a band or if it was just jam sessions or
Yeah,
whatever.
pretty a little bit of both. Our
Yeah.
band, one of the bands is called Night Pants,
Nice.
and we're working on some songs. And then I got my own solo stuff, and then I've been doing a lot of music with my buddy Andy, who I live with, and we're trying to make some songs by the time Mongo Bean Bonk 2 comes around, so we can perform.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's like an extra motivator to get some shit done.
Yeah. So you MC it and you're like, are you the marshal?
Well, actually, this last Mongo Bean Bonk, I was running the cash register. So if anybody liked the art from like the 20 artists that they saw at Altogether Skate Park, they would come up to me, and I learned how to like run credit cards from my phone. You
Oh,
know,
gotcha. Yeah.
I felt like that'd be a really important thing to learn for this event, so I learned that. And so the whole day I was just like ringing people up and just like putting fires out. And and Andy, actually, he was the one that emceed most of it, and he killed it. He did a really, really good job. So
Nice,
he'll
nice.
probably be the marshal,
Okay,
for
gotcha.
Mongo Bean Bonk 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. And
Nice. Well, hey, it
yeah,
takes a lot to run one of those events, so put one
yeah, it
on.
was super hard, but it worked out really well.
So, and you also do art.
Oh
With
yeah.
I can see some of your pieces behind you. Um,
Yeah,
what
that's
is
where I keep the unfinished ones. I'm just up in my office right now, and I have the unfinished ones like on that wall, so I have to look at them. It's like a little reminder to just like, hey, this isn't done yet. You should probably finish this.
that's Jason's creations?
Yeah, yeah, or BoardsIDot, because I do like grip tape pointillism, so that I've been going by like BoardsIDot for a while now, and yeah.
So, if people want to check out your work, where can they go?
They can go to Instagram and just look up BoardsIDot. That works. I also got a Facebook page. They can also go to my website, which is like JasonJeremiahSingler.com, and they can see the art on there. And then I have an Etsy store as well, for people that want to purchase online.
We'll have to put the links down in the comments or
Word,
the
word.
description.
Yeah.
You comment. I'll put the stuff in the description. You guys leave comments. How long have you been skateboarding?
For a while now. I think I first started skating like maybe around 13, 12 years old, like getting serious about it, and really falling in love with what it is at that point. That's when it really started to, like, you know, run through my veins. And I've been doing it ever since. It's so fun. It's just the best thing ever. I feel like a kid in a sandbox, like playing with trucks, and they're just like smiling and having their own creations. It's like that's that feeling I get when I skateboard. It's just like I could be in any mood, and if I'm going through something shitty, it's a nice way to like smile, really, you know.
And it comes across too in your clips. The clips I see that you post, you can tell you're enjoying yourself.
Yeah,
You're not
it
just
is the
out.
best thing ever.
You're not just out for, and I think that's where maybe the sponsor thing. You're doing it for yourself. It does. You're not trying to get those clips. You're trying to get those clips. You're
Right. I'm working on a project with my buddy Dwayne Hicks. He runs a skate TV 253. He's a dude from Tacoma, and me and him have been meeting up and getting a lot of footage. So we got a whole bunch of clips so far. We got a little bit to go. So hopefully, what I want to do, what my plan is to finish this part with this awesome filmer and awesome human being, by the summer, and then at the beginning of the summer, that's when I'll come out with it, and then I'll have the summer to make another one. And I want
nice.
that one to be done before the fall,
Oh, I
so
gotcha.
really getting after it as much as I can. That's been great. It's definitely like kept the love alive, and I couldn't even think about not skateboarding, like I'll be doing it as as long as I possibly can. I'm sure of it.
Right on, Jason. Well, hey, thanks for being on the Aqua Brain with me.
That's all gravy, man. I'm hyped that you even wanted to have a conversation. Like this, it just reinforces the fact of like what I'm trying to do, and um, with my life creatively. So the fact that you even want to talk and do this, like is a good motivator to keep on going. So I appreciate
Thanks.
it.
Yeah, I appreciate that. What I think is really cool is that you're not so worried about the sponsor or who's gonna float me stuff or whatever. And you're like, I love this. I'm gonna put out videos. I'm gonna put out clips. Like you're talking about, you've got goals, right? To build to a part that you haven't even finished the first part and you're already planned out the second part, or
Yeah, yeah,
you're in the process of, well, these are maybe more summer spots that I can hit that I
yeah,
can't really hit now because it's, because of weather or for whatever reason. And I love that. And I really do think it comes out in the clips that you post.
mm,
And I know that you're posting for your friends and stuff like that. And I don't know how much um public exposure you're getting. I'm sure you're getting some.
a
Um,
little bit.
but
It's the beginnings.
you're doing it for yourself. You're out there doing it, and it's very similar to well, I don't want to compare what I'm doing and what you're doing, but it's kind of similar. It's like, look, I'm gonna do it because I want to do it, and I've wanted to have it. I was talking podcast when that first came out,
Yeah,
like years and years and years ago. I was like, I want to do a podcast. I want to do a podcast, and now I've collected enough equipment, and I didn't even realize. I I had enough. I
yeah,
didn't even realize I had it all, and I want a light kit and stuff like that. Like I want a better mic. It's sure SM58. It's not, but
yeah.
but but yeah, I mean, it's if you don't do it, you're not gonna fail. And then if you don't fail, then you're not gonna try again or pick
Yeah,
yourself up, try again and get it right, you know?
yeah, yeah. There's one like proverb, I guess you could call it, that my dad told me when I was younger. He was saying there was a really really successful guru type character, you know, and somebody asked this guy, like, how did you get so successful? Like, how did you get so, you know, to the point where you're at? You know, you're doing so well. And he was just like, well, good decisions. They're like, yeah, but how do you make good decisions? It's like bad decisions.
Yeah.
You know, so
Wow.
every time that there's a fuck up or a mistake that you make, you know, you learn from it, and then the next time you're encountered with that situation, then, you know, you knock it out of the park. I'm sure you're learning all types of stuff, you know, like doing this podcast thing, and that goes for like every aspect of life, even having like tough conversations with your loved ones, you know, like even that experience, you're getting better at having those types of conversations, and being able to navigate that sort of scenario like twice as good as you were before, because you have another, you know, another experience that helps that.
Yeah, well, support too. I mean,
Yeah,
so you got I tell you, my wife is very supportive of me, and that's
that's
crazy
important.
because I don't necessarily always deserve it. So, you know, I need to try. I've been trying to
You
more and
do.
more support, give it back, right? Give it back,
Yeah,
and so I think we're always learning lessons. You know,
yeah,
it's just it seems like every day there's some new lesson that we're learning, and I just
absolutely.
you know
Yeah, me and my buddy Andy, that, you know, is the same guy that helped me pull off Mongo Bonk, who I live with, and I've been doing art shows with him and stuff. We we one night we came up with MAF. It's like MAF. It's mutual as fuck. You know, so it's like simple mathematics. It's like when you're having a relationship with somebody, in any regard, you know, it works a lot better if it's mutual,
yeah
you know. So with the support, you know, like you support each other, and you just mirror each other in like this eternal reflection of just supporting each other. You know, this is support over here to this one, and this goes back, and then it goes back, and it just keeps on going and going and going. And when things aren't mutual, that's when things start going awry. You know, that's when things start not working out as well, as when you're not getting uh, like back what you're putting in, or you're not giving back what people are putting into you. So yeah, keeping it math and mutual, I think really goes a long way.
yeah, I like that. I like that. Have you guys thought about doing a T-shirt?
Mutuals, yeah. We should. We'll sell that Mongo Bean Bong too.
There you go. Awesome. Well, cool, man. Thanks for coming on the show, dude.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for having me.
Please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you know when we put new videos out. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Brain Aqua. This has been Aqua Brain TV. Remember to keep your head up and keep those knees bent.